Thank you, Madam President. My voice is kind of disappearing on me, which might be a blessing to some on the floor here today. But I rise in opposition to SB 2. I don't know about you all, but I'll tell you, when I'm out in the community in my district, I can tell you that people are extremely angry right now. They're very angry about the gas taxes, and they're going to be more angry in November when they're implemented. I can tell you that the single-payer tax, albeit became a two-year bill, it scared the daylights out of my constituents that are just, frankly, very sensitive to any taxes that come out of this institution at this time. And I'll tell you, the Sacramento hasn't done a real good job of doing what we can to lower the price of homes in the state of California. And my colleague behind me just articulated a lot of the reasons why, because we keep putting mandates on what needs to be built with homes. But I think one of the most successful programs that we've ever had in the state of California that allowed cities to do economic development and allowed them to do their job of providing affordable housing was the abolition of redevelopment. Redevelopment was our greatest tool that provided 20% of that increment that could be bonded against. And I can tell you, as a city of Temecula councilman, we used the RDA significantly, and we built not hundreds, we built thousands of units that provided wonderful homes for people to this day. And of course, this greedy legislature took away those RDA funds from cities and counties, which was just an aberration of duty and not supporting our localities in doing their jobs. You know, this legislature is incensed on the issue of income inequality. And this legislature has done its best to incentivize people to not go out and seek work, but to stay home and get welfare. And I think that the statistics exemplify that. You know, 13% of the nation's population and a third of the nation's welfare. Come on. People are leaving the state. Large businesses and small businesses. I know friends that are liquidating their assets in California, and they're moving them out of state. It's incremental, my friends. It's not something you're going to see maybe in next year's budget, but I'm going to predict to you in the next 5 years, you're going to see a significant drop in our revenue, and you're going to wonder why it happened. It happened because people like me are frustrated in doing business in the state of California and are seeking a much better haven to make our investments so that we can make more money, so that we can pay more taxes. Why does this institution continually go after the poor and the middle class to subsidize revenue coming into this state? Why don't you consider, like I mentioned before, instead of the gas tax, I said, why don't you put a $3 surcharge on the price of jet fuel for private jets in the state of California? You will raise billions of dollars, much more than this tax is going to raise, and let the coastal elitists that fly around the world in their jets and talk about global warming and climate change, let them pay some bounty in what we're trying to accomplish here in the state of California instead of making the American dream yet more unaffordable. Will $75 make the difference? No. But when you record documents for a home, you record more than one document. You got a loan document, you got a deed document. There's a number of documented taxes that people are going to have to pay, driving again the price of these homes up. When are you going to get it? If you don't want to take my word for it, don't take my word for it. But I think that 2018 is going to be a banner year for Republicans, because in November, when those new gas taxes come into play, when we start getting into the winter blends, you know, there's always an increase in the cost then, and you're coming right into the June primary. I'll guarantee you that taxes are going to be a preeminent issue in a 2018 race, and we may not get enough seats to win a majority in this House, but I think if you keep going down the direction that you're going, I think you're making a good case for Republicans to gain more seats in 2018. And for those reasons, let's not tax the middle class once again. Let's not tax the poor once again. If you're going to pass something like this, go after the wealthy and let them pay their fair share to provide affordable housing, or bring back some form of redevelopment and give back some increments so local governments can bond and provide some type of incentive to build affordable housing, and stop putting mandates on home builders. Right now in Riverside County, it's over $100,000 in soft costs to build a lousy 1,800 square foot home. So even Riverside County is becoming unaffordable, with the average price of a home in Temecula, brand new, is about $550,000, out of the reach out of many middle-class people in California. So if you're going to do something, let's do something that's not going to impact our middle class and our poor. Once again, please vote no on SB 2.